Hey guys, it's Corey. If you hear any noise, me and my flatmates are kind of in the middle of packing, ready for our second year of uni because we hate this place and found somewhere much better. Today I wanted to do that review on the trans tape that I've been talking about for the past couple of weeks. So first of all, trans tape was created by a trans guy called Kai and his partner Sam. Yeah, Kai kind of found it really hard to find, from what I've read, found it quite hard to have to deal with wearing a binder and wanted to find a different solution for the flatter chest look without wearing a binder. So I bought the starter pack, which I have right here. You get 2 rolls of tape. I believe it's medium and large, so you can decide which is better. What the hell is it called? Bottle of the Astrogen blend or something, bottle of removal oil and the healing salve. Not gonna lie, it was pretty expensive. For me, with living in the UK, it came to nearly £70 plus customs charge, but I can definitely say it is worth it. So let's do the review. So I've already gone through most of the medium roll, and I've also given to a couple of friends to try as well before they buy it, and they also agree that it is much better than a binder. So basically it just looks and feels like a plaster, just without the padded bit in the middle. And it's also marked on the paper, so if you've got a small chest like me, you should start off with, I believe they said 3 sections, so where the dark blue lines are, but you've kind of got to make nipple covers as well, so for that you've got to take a small strip, so it kind of alters, so you might not always cut on the dark blue lines. You always say start small, and then if you need to add extra you can. So I use 2 pieces per side, and it doesn't make your chest completely flat, but it's kind of nice knowing I've got something that will cover it and I can actually breathe. The other roll, of course, like I said, is the large, which has not been opened yet. I'll be trying that one after. I'm thinking for that, because of the size of it, I might only need 1 strip per side. The Astrogen blend, take out the package. Oh my god, this is wet. It's been leaking. Yeah, probably won't be able to see because it's got really bad lighting at the minute. But it just says, use on skin prior to trans tape application to remove excess dirt and oil. And it basically, I don't know really how to pronounce 1 or 2 of the ingredients, but the removal oil, I'm not even going to bother taking it out because it's also looked like it's been leaking. Literally just looks the same. Also actually uses the exact same ingredients. Just for this it says completely saturate trans tape and surrounding skin prior to removal to allow the adhesive to gently release and to replenish the skin's moisture barrier. So I'm going to kind of talk through the process of how to put it on, or at least how I put it on, because I struggle. Kai actually did do a video that's up on YouTube. If I can find it I will link that down below, along with the trans tape Instagram account and the website. For some reason they're not working on my laptop or my phone, but if they do work for you, check it out. So on the video he kind of leans forward, so everything dangles in everything. And you actually got to wash your chest first because dirt and stuff. Put on the asparagine oil. I did say that right, didn't I? Yeah. Put that on. While that's drying, you need to make your nipple covers. So for that, the way I do it is one square sheet of toilet paper, fold it 3 times, yeah, and then get one of the thin strips of the tape, put that across, and then you place that on your nips, because otherwise if you don't make them and you put the tape straight on and then you go to pull it off, you're yeah. So after that you get your 2 big, 4, I can't count, 4 big strips. You get one of your big strips and then you would like peel a bit of the paper off. He says to do this so that you can leave like a bit of a handle as well. So you peel a bit of the paper off, rip it off, peel the rest back so you've got some tape free and the paper so you can get hold of it. Place it, usually do from, get my toes, from towards the middle outwards. So I'll show you roughly how to do this and I'll just move this down. So you would do it basically from towards the centre outwards. So the first bit you'd usually put underneath. I'll actually show you how it looks. Never thought I'd be stripping. Should look something like that. So yeah, should look something like this. So you'd have your first bit underneath each side and they should end up round just under your armpits. If there's any, because the corners usually tend to like lose the stickiness quite quickly, I cut that off. But yeah, so after you've done that, make sure you cover some of the tissue. You can probably see it there. And then get your second strip, put that over the top so it's kind of overlapping but not too much because you need it to stick to the skin. Yeah, same on that side. When it comes to removing, if it says, if you've put it on from the middle out, remove it from the middle out. I'm not sure why, sometimes I go the other way depending on where it hurts and yeah. I will say though the most painful place to take it off is in fact like right under, like, I don't know if you'll see if I go to pull it now. That's literally like, that hurts. Like, the adhesive's very strong. So they usually say if you want to do that, and when you go to take it off, to put some of the removal oil on. It says to drench it, but I don't feel like it helps for me. It does kind of just feel like taking a plaster off, but don't rip it off because you will take skin off, and I have kind of done that before. I woke up the next morning and it looked like I had like massive rashes underneath, and I think I was actually bleeding a little. So you do need to go careful with that. After you've put the oil on stuff, you put the healing salve on. So it says for this, you get a little card with it. It says that the salve is specifically designed to soothe and prevent skin irritation, as well as rejuvenate and moisturise the skin during rest days while using trans tape. And then for the directions, it says apply liberally to clean and dry skin. It can be used on damaged or affected skin. So I usually just put it on after I've removed it. Feels really nice as well. I've had this pack now for 2 weeks I think, and out of them 2 weeks I've literally the weekend just gone with the only 2 days I haven't worn it because it's that comfortable. I do highly recommend you buy it if you have the money. It comes in, I can't remember if it's 2 or 3 sizes, and there's only 3 skin tones. And obviously the one I've got, because me and my friends make the joke that I'm whiter than Casper, got the light beige. So yeah, if you've got the money, get it. It's obviously it's more expensive than a binder, but it is you can actually breathe with it. Like, it doesn't, because it only ends around there, the entire back's fine. So there's nothing there, it's all bare. Because it only ends there, you're not constricting yourself. You're not constricting your chest and that. I will say though that usually with them binders I would have panic attacks if I couldn't breathe. That's happened once since I got this tape, and that's only because I went to a concert and ended up in a mosh pit. Never done that before and I never want to do that again. But yeah, highly recommend it. Again, like I said, I'll link the Instagram and that down below. I also got, when you buy it, especially for the first time, I'm not sure if they'll do it again after that as well, but you get a promo code. So by the looks of it, just looking at it now, it looks like I can get like 10% off, but I mean that's better than nothing because it costs a lot. So yeah. But yeah, one thing I usually hear as well is if people aren't binding with a binder, they use ace bandages. Never use that, because that will constrict more than a binder and will cause more damage. And I've also heard that other people will they'll try and bind with like KT tape, which obviously when I've read about it is only used for injuries and stuff. So no, don't use that. If you want a tape, even though it's expensive, this is the tip to get. So yeah, I think that's it for now. So if you liked this, maybe give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, the usual stuff if you want to, obviously. But yeah, I think that's it. So I will see you next week. Bye.